Hi guys, today we do another empties and let's get right started. I might actually start with my sorry for that, with my Project Pan empties. Finally finished this one. This is the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil finishing powder. This one was not good on me. It just pulled really orange on me. It was like a special edition Christmas one. I keep the box for now. I removed the sifter because that sifter was just annoying and product got stuck underneath the rim of it. But if I have another product in a really ugly box I want to finish, I might put it in there. If I don't find anything to put in there in the next 2-3 months, I will chuck it in recycling. I think the bottom is pure plastic I can recycle, top maybe not so much. But yeah, finished it. Empty. Also emptied, and by the way, I would not repurchase this one because it just pulls so orange on me. This is from Sanssouci. This was like a mineral foundation in terracotta beige, which was a bit too dark for me, but actually really good bronzer for me in wintertime when I'm very pale. And I did really enjoy this one, and I would actually repurchase this one. I really enjoyed it. I would just need to have a better color match. Came with a little powder puff. Actually, that powder puff I probably will clean and keep because every now and then when I travel, they're not too bad. But yeah, I would repurchase this one. I did really enjoy it. It was just so nice in blending it out, and yeah, I was really good with that. Then these two definitely a no for repurchasing. These were just complete product fails. This is from Stila. This was the smudge stick waterproof eyeliner. It was like called Lionfish. It was like a really nice bronzy shiny color, but this you couldn't retract it. It came out and then it broke, and I couldn't properly retract it anymore. It was just a nightmare, that thing, and it broke off little bits. I only put out tiny little bits every time I used it, but it would constantly break and just smudge, and it was not good. So that's a no for me. Same with this one, BPB London Ultrason Brow Definer. This one, I think it's just a packaging fail because always the whole cartridge would come out when I was using it. So for that, probably a no. It wasn't bad. It wasn't the perfect color match for me, but it took me a year to finish that thing. But because I don't do my brows like heavy like Instagram brows, or keep it always very natural. But yeah, this alone for the fail of that, this would be a no for me. So I'm sorry, but no. Then this mascara from Aldi Lacroix. The mascara itself I actually quite like. I just didn't like that big brush it came with. It looks like there's still a bit of product left, but it's just so old and lumpy now. When you put it on your eyelashes, just massive spider legs and clumps on there. So this is why I stopped using it. But that brush, the mascara itself is actually really nice, but that brush is just a bit too big for my eyes. So I would not repurchase it for the brush, but I did actually quite like that mascara, especially for the price. It's from Aldi. It was really good. So if you don't mind the big brush, you will really like that one. And that's from YSL, the concealer in the shade number 1. And this one is really good for people, I think, who like very natural makeup or like no makeup, because it has only a very light coverage, but it gives a nice light illumination under the eyes if you really have like relatively good skin and you just put a little bit of everything on. And for that, it's really good. For me, it didn't make much sense because I try to use a lot of foundations up at the moment, a lot of products. So, but I think I could imagine myself, because I feel like in the last few years I do go a little bit more into less makeup, and then I could imagine actually having this one again. I would not buy this special edition packaging again though, because this is like sandpaper on here and dirt gets caught in it, and then you can't really clean it, so that's a bit annoying because I'm someone who does clean their makeup. So that was it from Project Pan. Now, empties. Old favorite, comes up every now and then. You know my opinion about it. Definitely repurchase Treacle Moon, the Ginger Morning Shower and Bath Gel. Absolutely love it. It just smells so good. All of their shower gels are just so good. Then I also finished up from Lacroix the Healthy Glow Exfoliating Toner with glycolic acid. This one I think is supposed to be a copy of the Pixie one. I really like this one. I mean, I went through a whole big bottle. I would definitely repurchase. I have 2 more toners from Aldi though at the moment. I have to go through. They're all a big size like this one. I think this, yeah, it's 250 ml size, so they will last me for quite a while. So I would not repurchase at the moment. But once they're gone, I would definitely repurchase this one as well because I really like it, and I also like the other ones I have on the go at the moment. Then this is from Vaseline Intensive Care Cocoa Radiant with pure cocoa butter. This was my moisturizer, and I really enjoyed this one. This one actually was really fairly quickly finished. It's a 200 ml size. It's quite fluidy, and I finished it within like 3 weeks. So that really surprised me. but yeah, it's done. It's gone. I really enjoyed it, and if I see it on offer again, I actually would repurchase this one, but I have some other moisturizers to go through at the moment. And this is another moisturizer I used up. This is from Rickrack. This is the Gardenia Green Leaf Bath and Body Oil, and I did really enjoy this one. You can use it as a bath oil or as a body oil. I use it as a body oil because this oil cost like, I think it's £38. I got it from a friend, so I wouldn't pay that much on a body oil. Except it's an amazing one, and I really want it. And I think it's just a bit too expensive for what it is. It is a nice body oil, but it's not like the second coming of Jesus, so I wouldn't just pay that much money. But because it is so expensive, I did use it rather as a body oil than in a bath oil, where you would finish it even quicker with not having maybe the benefit of having all of it on your skin. I did enjoy it. Would I repurchase? No, purely because it's too expensive for what it is. Then this one was a disappointment. So usually I quite like creams from Balance Me. A lot of their products I'm a big fan of, especially their vitamin C serum. I absolutely adore and love that one. So one of my friends gave me this one, the Balance Me Moisture Rich Face Cream, 99% natural, and this one just broke me out. I literally started using it, and after one day of usage already in the evening, I had the first breakouts, and I first thought it's something else, continued using it for another week, broke me out every single day. Stopped using it after 2 days, the breakout stopped. So I know it was definitely this one. So what I did then in the end, I used it up on my legs. This is what I sometimes do with moisturizers for the face. If they don't work out in your face, try them out on other parts of your body, or give it to someone else if you have the opportunity. If not, just use it up on other parts of your body. And I put this one on my legs. So my legs got a really good moisturization, I guess. But yeah, so this was quite disappointing. I'm not really sure what was in there that did broke me out, but it did break me out. So this one would definitely not be a repurchase. Then same with this one. This was from AromaWorks Anti-Aging Formula Absolute Eye Serum. And this one, it was in one of the advent calendars last year. So literally half a year old I got it. And I started to use it last month. And I didn't really see much on my eyes. And then I just felt like, when I smelled my hands after putting it on my eyes, because you know, you only lose like a little pump, little on your fingers, I just smelled a bit funky. So what I then did after, I used it for quite a while. I was already down here to use it, and that's a lot for an eye cream, because this one is quite a big one. This is a 20 ml size one, which is for an eye cream a lot. So I used it for over a month, and then I just thought, it doesn't do anything to my eyes. I do feel it smells a bit funky, so I unscrewed it and emptied it out on my hand to just have a look. And I don't know if you can even see, it was really lumpy. It smells super funky, and on my hand, the serum, it was like a light yellow, if you still can see, but there were some bits lighter yellow, some bits darker yellow. I had the feeling this one was just completely gone off. So I can't really give an opinion about the product, because I think this was a gone off one, and it's just completely funky and bad. So I can't really say if I would ever repurchase it or not. For now, I would definitely say no, because this one was bad and it was just horrible. But I know it wasn't the product it's supposed to be, I guess. So this one was a bit disappointing. And of course, I just chucked it away and washed my hands and just kept the packaging. So this is a definitely no for me. Then I also emptied off this one. This was the Herbivore Orchid Facial Oil. I did really enjoy this one, and it lasted for quite a while, even though it's just a little bottle. I used it in the evenings after I put my serum on, and just a tiny little amount, and I do enjoy that one really. It was an 8 ml size, and it lasted me, I would say, a good 2 to 3 weeks, so that's really good. Happy though to have something empty now. Would I repurchase? Probably not. This is super expensive. A friend of mine gave me that. She had the Liberty London Beauty Advent Calendar, which is like super expensive. I think it's like 300 quid or something like that. And I think this product in full size is just stupendously expensive. So a no for me to repurchase, but it was a very nice face oil. And now some more empties. This was the eye cream I used up, the Advanced Night Repair. So this one was the one I used at night. Orgon. I did enjoy this one. I like Estee Lauder skincare products. Their makeup not so much anymore, but I definitely like their skincare products. Very nice. And their lipsticks actually very good. Just the eyeshadows, they're not so good. Then would I repurchase? Probably not at the moment, purely because it was a good eye cream. But again, it wasn't really most amazing eye cream ever where I see massive differences. But it did moisturize my eye quite nice. Then I have some more empties, and this is just a decluttering when I went through my makeup collection a little bit. So this one is dried out, unfortunately. It's the Holographic Eyeshadow Topper from Barry M. I don't know if you can see. you can actually see through the packaging there. So unfortunately, this one, I did got some usage out of it though, so that makes me quite happy. But now it's just dried out, and when you put it on, it's super patchy because there's not much product left, and it's a bit lumpy. Gladly, it wasn't too expensive anyway from Barry M, and I did got some usage out of it, and I really enjoyed using it. Would I buy these ones again? Probably yes, but only when my eyeshadow collection is a bit dwindled down to really, because these products, you really need to focus on using them, because they do dry out quite quickly, and that's a bit disappointing. I had that with some other gel type products before, and I would just shy away from them having too much as a backup at the moment, or too many different ones in my collection. And then this one was a lip balm I used for a long time from Clinique, and as you can see, it's not empty yet. I had good usage. Look, I actually hit pan on that one. This one just started to smell really funky, and my lips felt weird when I used it, so I know it's gone off now. I had this one for 2 years though. I'm glad I really focused on that one in the end to really get some usage out of it, because it did turn funky quite quickly. Would I repurchase? Probably not. I did like the packaging of it. It was really cute having this in my handbag, reminded me of little macaron. But the other side was a lip scrub, and that lip scrub is just disgusting. I really tried using it, as you can see. I really tried, but it just leaves a really weird sticky film on your lips, and no, just no. So for that, unfortunately, I would not repurchase it, but it was cute while it lasted. And then this one I would chuck away, because this is from Topshop, the eyeshadow palette in virtual reality. And I do like the colors, but it seems to be kind of creamy formula, which just gets bad. I don't know if you can see it. It constantly forms hard pan, so it's really tricky to use. You have to use your finger, which then doesn't make it very exact in when you're using it. But there's hardly any pigmentation, and because you can only use your finger, you can't really apply it. And I think it's just kind of dried out. Look, like this one, this is the gold color, you hardly can see. I really tried with this color. I really like that Bordeaux, like this bit of a reddish brown color. I really like this one. This was my favorite actually. So I really tried using it, but it seems to be dyed, that palette. So as you can see, there's literally hardly. I will put it in a bit in the light. There's a little bit of pigmentation left, but because it's so sorry for that, it's such a tricky product to use for me. I'm just like feeling, is it worth the hassle, or should I just give up and concentrate on products I do really like and I have in my collection, which are better? And as you can see, it just looks funky now. It got really lumpy, so I'm just a bit careful what I put on my eyes, and for that reason I'm unfortunately have to chuck this one, I'm afraid. But yeah, that's it for me. I will now check what I can recycle, what is recyclable, and separate everything and do the bins. That's it for me today, and I see you next time. Bye!